Okay, so we've got a ball being shot from the side of a cliff here. Let's do another cliff problem here. Okay. And these are just a shell game. What I tell you, you just got to figure out what I tell you, and then you should be able to solve it from there. So here we know the velocity of the ball, right? We know that's 13.5. We know the cliff's height is 9.70 meters, right? And then we want to know all the good stuff, right? How long is it in the air? How far does it go? What is the final vertical velocity, right? So this 13.5 that it's projected sideways, that goes here, right? And this is also 13.5. This is always 0, right? This is always negative 9.8. All cliff problems have 0 velocity for the initial vertical velocity. That is, it's not going up or down, right? It's purely sideways. And then I guess it's 9.7 meters tall. So we're going to put that in here. We're going to say from the top to the bottom is down 9.7 meters. Okay. Well, now we can solve all the rest of it. So we can find this guy, bring it across and find that one, right? So to find the final vertical velocity, I'm going to choose this guy, VF squared is VI squared plus 2AX. Okay, so the absolute value of VF, right, I'm taking the square root of a square, is the square root of 0 squared plus 2 times negative 9.8, right, times negative 9.7. All right, so let's do that. Let's see, square root of, left parenthesis, 2 times negative 9.8 times negative 9.7, right parenthesis. Okay. That is 13.788. Okay. Okay, now it's always going to be a positive number because it's an absolute value. It's actually plus or minus that. I choose the minus. I'm going to say that that thing's going down when it strikes the ground. It's a radical concept. Okay, so you have to choose that. You have to choose that. You just pull that out of your vast knowledge of physics, because this formula will never give you a minus for that. Okay, and now to find time, I'm going to choose, you could use VF as VI plus AT. I'm not going to choose that one. I'm actually going to use X as 1/2 AT squared. Right, so negative 9.7 is 1/2. This is just a like divider thing, right? 1/2 negative 9.8 t squared. So now I'm set. I'm going to take my calculator. I'm going to go negative 9.7 times 2 to get rid of the 1/2. So I go times 2 divided by negative 9.8. And I hit enter because that's going to equal t squared, right? So I've got 1.9796 roughly equals t squared. And then to get what t is, I got to square root that, right? So second square root, second answer. I get 1.407 is my time. Seconds, right? And then once you get the time, you pull the time across, right? 1.407 seconds. That's also our horizontal time, right? And now we can find x. We're going to use this guy here, right? What is it? It's vxt, right? Okay, so v is x divided by t, so x is vt. So 13.5 times that. So I go times 13.5. I got 18 point, this thing is 18.994, okay, meters, right? So let's see if we've answered the question. Time it's in the air, yep, 1.41 seconds, we got that, right? How far does it land? 19 meters over, we got that, 18.99, right? And then what's its final vertical velocity? Negative 13.8, right? Okay, so now let's do the last part, right? Let's do the last part. Okay, and that is, what is the final velocity of impact? Now, if you recall, this was 13.5, this guy was 0, this is 13.5, and this guy was negative 13.788, right? It's these guys, don't take your x's. Okay, we don't really care what that was and what that was, and this one and this one and this one, right? It's these that you want to draw a picture of, right? So let's do that. Over, right? The 13.7 is slightly bigger. I'm going to draw it like it's, noticeably bigger, right? Okay. Okay. So this angle is going to be slightly bigger than 45 degrees, but not much, right? So this side is 13.5. This side is 13.788, right? Okay, so to find that angle theta, I'm going to do inverse tan of 13.788 divided by 13.5. Okay, so second tan of 13.788 divided by 13.5. All right, here we go. And that's 45.6 degrees. So that's this angle here, right? And then it says the speed it is traveling, right, which is the magnitude of the velocity, right? So let's do that. Okay, so speed is the hypotenuse of this, right? This is the speed. It's also the magnitude of the velocity, right? Okay, so that's going to be 13.5 squared plus 13.788 squared. Let's do that. Square root left parenthesis. And this is where you don't want to put the minus signs in. Don't make any of these negative. We're just finding a triangle here, for God's sake. Okay, so plus 13.788. All right, where do we go? I get 19.2966. So I'm going to say 19.3. Okay, that would be its speed. That would also be the magnitude of the velocity vector, right? We'd say 19.3 meters per second, 45.6 degrees below horizontal. You need to be able to draw me this picture. This needs to be arrows, right? This is not okay. A little triangle like that, I have no idea what you're talking about, okay? If it's got arrows on it, it's a vector. Okay, so make sure when you draw this, when you're taking the test, that you do that.